So you want to speedrun Johto? I have the perfect team for you. Alrighty guys, so let's look at our first Pokemon. The first one's going to be Sandile with Moxie. You want an Adamant Nature with 31 attack, 31 speed. You want maxed out attack EVs and maxed out speed EVs. To get these, you will need a Training Link item right here. This can be purchased for 1000 RP from the store, the gift store right here under miscellaneous, for about 1000 RP. 1000 RP will cost you around 2.3 mil off the store. So let's take a look real quick. 1000 RP voucher. Let's take a look at how much 1000 RP will cost you. Normally it's around 2.4 mil, but you get it down 2.3 mil. Yeah, it's around 2.4 mil. So it costs around 2.4 mil to get a Training Link from the store. If you can't afford that, you could always look in trade chat and see if anyone's EV training, or you could reach out to me and I'll EV train it for you for a fee. So back to Sandile. So Sandile is really good with Moxie. Adamant with attack and speed maxed out. This is going to be your bread and butter sweeper. He goes with normally Bite from level 24, and he'll clear pretty much anything. Second Pokemon we're going to be looking at is Gyarados. Gyarados is also a Moxie sweeper, but Moxie here is a hidden ability. So to get the hidden ability, you could, if you're a real baller, you go for the Alpha Gyarados that was in the last event. But they go for around 500k, I believe. Yeah, around 500k, 600k. And you'll want a female one, so they go for even more, I think. Yeah, around like 600k-ish. And this is not EV bred either, and doesn't have the right nature, so it is pretty expensive. But if you're a real baller, you'll go for one of these. If you're not a real baller, and you want to do it on budget like me, you want to go for female, non-alpha, hidden ability Gyarados. And these go for around 75,000 to 80,000, and it's not EV'd or natured either, so it'll cost you around maybe 150,000 to breed it up, but it's worth it, trust me. And once you get it, you want to keep it as level 1 Magikarp and then EV train it, just so you could start off the first and second gym with it. But I got a really good deal for this one from my clanmate Theo, so I don't really want to rebreed it. It's already maxed out EVs, the right IVs, and has the right nature. So just rebreeding it would just cost more money for no reason. So I don't really want to spend unnecessary resources just to get level 1 when Sandile can just clear the first 2 gyms. Next Pokemon we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Jolteon. Jolteon, you want a modest nature Jolteon with attack or special attack and speed EVs and the same matching IVs. The ability is Volt Absorb. It's okay. It's not really super useful. Really, you just want him for Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball along with hidden ability. It's a good all-round sweeper. It has a lot of coverage. Volt Absorb is just bread. It's just the butter on top, or you know, like the frosting on top. Allows you to have immunity to the Thunder Gyms or the Elite Four. It's really good. It's my go-to. It's really fast. It's a good sweeper. All around great special attacking Pokemon. And you start off ready evolved because you just need a level 1 EV with the matching EVs, IVs, and you just evolve with a Thunderstone. Next, you'll need a Aerodactyl. Right here, I have a Jolly Aerodactyl. You could have Adamant or Jolly. It really doesn't matter, in my opinion. I just have Jolly just to guarantee I get the first hit off. Here, you want attack speed as well with the matching IVs. I got a really good deal here for a HP one, so I just have 30 attack. You could have 31 attack, 31 speed. That's the minimum, but I got a good deal on this, so I'm willing to drop 1 point of attack for it. Of course, Jolly or Adamant Nature. Rockhead isn't really useful. The ability doesn't matter, but all in all, it's Rock Slide ability, and you could teach a coverage move such as Thunder Fang or Ice Fang. It's just really good overall, and it'll pretty much sweep anything that's faster than. Next, lastly, all you'll need is Whimsicott. Whimsicott is a fodder Pokemon. Its main purpose is just to faint in the beginning of the match after it sets off Tailwind. Its ability Prankster guarantees it'll go first using Tailwind, so it just sets up your sweepers to be faster than your opponents, which allows you to sweep them pretty consistently. If you're really tryhard, you'll go for 0 EVs, 0 IVs, and HP and defense, or low stats in those. I'm okay. I'm not super tryhard. I don't think Johto is gonna really affect. Having a low IV EV count on Whimsicott so it dies every time isn't really gonna have a big effect because the sweepers and Pokemon here are just so efficient at what they do. They really don't need Tailwind. Whimsicott's more of an Elite Four just to guarantee that you beat the Elite Four in quick time. But yeah, you need a level 28 Whimsicott because at level 28 it evolves and learns the ability Tailwind. So you really won't be able to use Whimsicott until the 3rd gym. But that really doesn't affect anything because your sweepers, of course, will wipe the first 3 gyms easily without Tailwind. This is more of an Elite 4 guarantee just to make your Elite 4 clear very efficient. Lastly, you have a free open slot. This could be any Pokemon, most likely for your starter. If you choose Cyndaquil, Cyndaquil is known to be a great special attacker. So you could put Cyndaquil or any of the other starters you use, whether if you're a Chikorita enjoyer or Totodile. It's just a free open slot for you to enjoy. Really, this team is more than adequate to carry you through Johto and to the Elite 4. Alrighty guys, so now let's talk itemization. So for Gyarados and Sandile, you can either use Choice Band or Life Orb. I like to use Choice Band on Sandile because really all you're using is using Crunch on Sandile once it learns it. And it's just going to spam Crunch over and over again because it's a stab move. You don't really have any coverage on Sandile. For Gyarados, you have a little bit of coverage. You have both Waterfall and Crunch. So I put Life Orb on it. You don't really need it. You can use Choice Band as well on Gyarados, but I like to have Life Orb. Next, for Whimsicott, if you really try hard, you use Flame Orb just to make sure it dies if it's at like 1 HP after getting hit. But you don't really need it. It's really just in case, like super try hard, Flame Orb. You don't really need it. Next is going to be Jolteon. Jolteon, of course, you want Choice Specs just because it's a special attacker. You'll mainly be using Thunderbolt. And if you're going to be using Shadow Ball or Hidden Ability, it's going to be one off just to kill one thing. And then you're just going to spam it until either Jolteon dies or you sweep the whole team. Lastly, you'll have Aerodactyl. In Aerodactyl, you also want Choice Band, mainly because you're really only going to be using him for his stab move of Rock Slide. You might have some other coverage moves here, but mainly he's just going to be using Rock Slide, so of course another Choice Band. So all in all, if you're going full tryhard and you want to clear this in the fastest way possible, you want 2 Choice Bands, 1 Choice Specs, 1 Life Orb, and 1 Flame Orb if you're super tryhard. And then for your starter, if you're going Cyndaquil, Choice Specs. If the other 2, you just use whatever. If they're attacker, you use Choice Band. If not, use Choice Specs. But the starter really won't be doing that much work. It'll mainly be your 2 Moxie Sweepers, and then these 2, just in case if these 2 die, or they're just weak against the current typing, such as Electric. If it's Electric, then you go to Sandile. If it's Grass or whatever, then you want to use Jolteon or Aerodactyl. Alrighty guys, so just to review, let's take a look at the front page. So you want Adamant Sandile, Adamant or Jolly Gyarados, Adamant or Jolly Aerodactyl, Modest or Rash Jolteon, and then any nature Whimsicott. It doesn't matter. For EVs, you'll be looking at the matching 32, or matching maxed out attack and speed. No EVs needed for Whimsicott. Special attack and speed for Jolteon for EVs. And then special or attack and speed for Aerodactyl. So these 3 are going to be attack and speed. This one's going to be special attack and speed, and this one doesn't need any EVs at all. And for your starter, if you want, you could EV train them. It's not really needed. And again, if you're going to EV train them, you will need the training link from the store under miscellaneous, all the way on the bottom, for around 1000 RP. If you can't afford 1000 RP off the GTL, then you could always just ask in trade chat, see if anyone's EV training using the training link. Make sure it's the training link, or else your Pokemon will be over the level cap, so you cannot use them for certain gyms. If no one's available and I'm online, you feel free to message me and I'll give you a rate for it. If not, then again, you just EV train it and try to get it. You don't really need it EV trained. These are all super efficient sweepers. So if you can't afford that, then just don't use it. This is just to min-max your speed run of Johto. And lastly, make sure you have the right abilities. You'll definitely want a Sandile Moxie, a Gyarados, or a Magikarp with the ability Moxie as well. Hidden ability Moxie. Prankster Whimsicott, Aerodactyl, and Jolteon's abilities don't really matter. Rockhead's decent in case you want to use anything with recoil, and Volt Absorb is always good if you're going against electric team, such as the Electric Gym or the Electric E4. But it really doesn't matter. These 2 abilities aren't really important. These Moxie is extremely important. Moxie is probably the single ability that will carry you through the region. And then Prankster Whimsicott, just to get the Tailwind off in case they're higher level. You definitely want Prankster on Whimsicott. That's going to be the team. I think it has really good coverage. I think these Moxie Pokemon do a really good job sweeping. And then Aerodactyl and Jolteon for cleanup and just coverage in general is really good. You also have a free slot open for any Pokemon of your choice, mainly your starter. And Whimsicott can also be cut for anything you want. It's mainly just for E4 coverage. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the team. I hope you guys enjoyed Johto. It should be coming out at 12 a.m. UTC time. And I hope you guys make it as fast as possible to your shiny hunting spots and you guys enjoy the new region. Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys in the next one.